Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
Professor Kobi Mensah said, Dr. Bawumia, are you serious? Hey, and now I feel now about LGBTQ plus asem. And at this time, Papa, we are serious. Hey, doctor. At that time, my man for Niabre can was so much as a Ghana higher topic of the day. A man for car, so for car, imams car, CSOs car, like opinion leaders, imams, say, chiefs, nay, I am for Obia can advene, na ye bold, offensive opposition leader, Mahama can't ne feelings. Now one so wa wo no sabi who pray to me at the ama buying another party or power. Ye expect to say obeka manfo abowa Kevin Taylor mwaka ye bubia ansamo aka ne ho ade chese mpanyfo e okrom ho abisa questions say wo so nyina so like wagina ye ne den like wo so adwe ne sen wo ho so kabi wa hankasa enne asam na kogu ya do the next chapter afi na wa ba say wo ba be kan wo de papa, are you serious? Are you correct? Professor Kobi Mensah ena eka asemi with TV3 the key points so na ne nsama okaye no efa ho patron pese ye koti on wankasa nanu asem sede nsama opese o kire de ntia Dr. Bawumia ohun se why late one home modern chese wama de asinasie wie chese ontimi nya ho hwe mane nye ne yankodi yankotie emra sesi patron se ne be ko na higher PENDREAM TV me so se obe subscribe to the channel na wa like video no email na fence comment our video no as we comments adwenchire bia na wa comment or comment section na say e dey amine na wa share so ama foforo so answer to me aka yakọ video no emra sisia.
Silence. Dr. Bawumia has broken his silence on this matter, stated quite clearly and emphatically that his religion does not allow him, in fact, to even endorse this. So on the path of religion, he stands against LGBTQ activities. Take a look.
First of all, it is important to note that our cultural and societal norms and values as Ghanaians frown on the practice of homosexuality. Furthermore, as a Muslim, my view on this matter aligns with the position of my religious faith. The Holy Quran is replete with verses frowning on LGBTQ acts, including same-sex marriages. My faith is therefore very strictly against the practice of homosexuality. Allahu Akbar. No ifs or buts, no shades of grey. Therefore, I personally cannot support that which my religion and indeed all major religions in Ghana, as well as our societal norms and values, clearly and unequivocally forbid.
So that's Dr. Bawumia there. So he stuck to the religion aspect of this conversation. But you see, the anti-LGBTQ plus conversation has not only the religion aspect, you have the political, also social, even financial or economic, and then the legal, as we have seen play out. For the likes of Adam Senanu, for instance, they are expecting that Dr. Bawumia would have gone beyond just the religion to also touch on the bill as well. Was it one that, Professor Mensah, you were also having that expectation to add another layer of...
Yeah. See, when it comes to political decisions, all right, most cases, even let me expand it, leadership. Most cases, the currency is not in the face value of the statement that you make, but the other things like speed, all right, like your courage, all right, to talk about the issue. And I'll give you an example. I don't think that any Ghanaian, knowing that Vice President Dr. Bawumia being a Muslim, expected him to support LGBTQ. Fair, because Muslims will know their stand on LGBT. And it's a value every Ghanaian, I'm sure, once you're of age, 18 years, you know that there's certain values for the Muslim faith. And the same as Christian. Even most especially for Muslims, because I always say that even in Christianity, there's a lot of people have loosened. That's why some of these pastors can do a lot of things and we still think that it's normal, because we have loosened the value set of Christianity. We have gone too extreme that so many liberal positions, liberal stands. So pastors are committing serious stuff and they are saying they are human beings, right? But for Muslims, with all due respect, they hold values and principles, especially family values, so dear. So I don't think that any Ghanaian thought that Dr. Bawumia, even when he was silent, all right, would have any iota of entertainment for LGBTQ. And so the currency is about when he was to speak, all right? When the issue was raging, when people were discussing it, when he had caught international attention, that is the currency for him, to have come and stated unequivocally his stance. It's not like people don't have expectations, they know, but we want to hear from your mouth to say it. You know why? Because then the international community is clear about the leadership of this country and their stance on what? LGBTQ. That's what he lost. He lost that opportunity. And I'll give you an example. In the US and in the UK, I mean, I did political marketing as my PhD, so I followed these conversations over. 2008, Clinton, when he was competing with Obama, did an ad and says that at 2 a.m. when your generals are not around and they say, Mr. President, America is on fire, your generals are not around, what would be your decision? Judgment is actually, looked at as one of the serious, resources of leadership, your judgment. And so your judgment as to when to say what, especially when everybody, Ghanaians, were speaking about this issue because it's gone to parliament and there were so many voices about it. There were religious leaders talking about it. There were civil society talking about it. Citizens are engaged in. You remain silent until when the issue, so to speak, the currency of the issue had died down. And you state your position in the midst of celebrations. I mean, you're a journalist, so you can understand. You've buried it. And I'm sure that quite a lot of people had gone without knowing Bawumia's position. So for me, the interpretation is that when you are faced with Putin in the East, an American president in the West, having two different positions, are you able to take a position beneficial to Ghana? You may not be able to, because Putin's ego is like Mountain Kilimanjaro, all right? American president is not going to toy with any fluffiness. Look at what is happening in Gaza and Israel, all right? What will be your level of judgment? What will be your response?
So timing is of the essence.
Absolutely of the essence. And courage. Because you see, Richard Branson is on the president. Have you heard his statement?
Yes.
The world leaders who are telling the president that don't sign. But that's when Bawumia's voice was missing. So for me, I ask myself, if you become president of this country and we are having geopolitical conversations like South Africa took in terms of Israel and Gaza, would we have a leader who is bold enough to watch, as President Mills did, to say, over my dead body? Would we have a president that could have that level of courage to tell the West that, like Nkrumah said, we are facing neither West or East? Do you get my point? So what he did is not just about having stated, oh, there are more, or there's a lot more behind. And so that's why, and sorry if I say that, I was thinking that Mahama was bold. Because you're facing the West, you're facing Richard Branson, but you want a position, you want to be the president of this country. And these people, they hold a lot of force, they hold a lot of influence. Do you get it? Mm-hmm. So for your opposition leader to be unequivocal, seeking to become president of this country, knowing that there are heavyweights globally opposing these things, and for him to come and say, the thing is clear to me, I am this, I am that. But Bawumia lost the opportunity. We expected that he would not support and he would support the bill. But he didn't have the courage at the time to speak his mind and say, I'm for this. He lost the moment. So it's too late.
It's just timing is of the essence. I mean, within this period when the issues peaked, I mean, Dr. Bawumia's silence from the analysis of Professor Mensah did not help. And it wouldn't even help him even going forward. Even the platform he chose to say this.
Professor Mensah ena ode nanodi nsem aba no. In fact, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia odi agro e wokrom ha, and I was say mpanyifo tumi e ka kire no ma ohu. Ghana for yani atio. This time untumi mfa Ghana for adwene ni agro bi mu. Kane no e na nsem bi wo no Ghana. Na watumi play some tactics bi kakra as a fence silence means consent. As a meka as a men can now den nanamo no aso ever Ghana for. This time NC sabiem because ene babia wiase aduru no. Nipa to me asua there today. The world is global. Just say the coso United States, America, the coso our offense United Kingdom, the coso Europe, the coso our offense Asian countries near what they are doing now. We are privy to it. Everybody knows. Everybody can read, look, watch videos online and know what is happening there. And you might be Hanamo Yan or Ghana, Hanam Nasa Wodi, Dada, Nipa. No. Once we have all accepted, say yeah, democracy, no, people will compare the democracy they are watching elsewhere to this. What you are saying, no, and then no, odi nyoma bi sia emfa. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia asemi ba ye Ghana fo obi aka. In fact, Mahama enka ho asem kra no. Dr. John Dramani Mahama waka ho asem be 2 or 3 times. Wajina 3 different places. Aka ho fence LGBTQ in wasam 3 times. Hey, a court mo passing we ya a court president in person or sign or share the tradition one person sign na a young man penny Mahama waka ho asem. What you see? Eti like enkawona wo ye aban another party or teso party in power in the incumbent open power to me e dia ma wo man for no eka by na nka also wakasa da what I say e was nka also wakasa da na adenti and up till now untumi nkasa adenti and up till now wo de untumi nkasa o chese wo teso o mpese o bowa o mpese o kabi o pese o di siesie. Because near Ghana for a person you say ye binya a bold leader on fahundi the ebesi nemum obe protect the values of the Ghanaian people, the culture of the Ghanaian people, the constitution of the Ghanaian people. What I say, somebody who will not be intimidated by the West, somebody who will not be frightened, who will not be, blackmailed by ABS kafia bi obi person or the break Ghana for ntino. Na che say yendi nkwasi asem ne say your values as people. Ye here leader obetumi stand to the test, to any challenge. Excuse me. Ye here leaders no. I obetumi agina catch abrofo no say hey, we are not doing it today, we are not doing it tomorrow. It is against our values. It is against our culture and stuff. Those are the leaders we want. Actually, I say, enti say omanpenini Mahama to me be jina simpie so e from day one na wo Mahmood Bawumia wo him franka de ma NPP aban a wo mu na mo ye incumbent waka wanu atumu ama asem na die off ama ise obi akoda eye even international bodies ni na sorry omu nyina no obi aye din na obi ebo na djuma na wakohye eye fensen sala achiri ekoka na kakra bi na o chese o hwe ne dimi na kra na odigina ho kana nya obi na be catch us Dr. Mahmood Bawumia. He is not being honest. Who na nim kra ne dimi na odigina ho kana udimi so obo he didn't mean it. What you say? He didn't mean it. And you see the professor my friend saying Kobi Mensah ekano echirimu a agro na wudi. What you say? So wo pese yesan hu se wo no sabio wo betumi atu anamon bia. This is the time. Catch your man pin na kufu so on sign ko advice no on sign LGBT bill no on sign man be ye mra ewukroma eno na Ghana fo betumi agi wadi se wo no obra saade no aha PENDREAM TV. Mess also be subscribe to the channel na wa like video no e dia man na wa share ama foforo so answer to me akabi wo adwenkyere bi so a comment section no e wo ho betumi e de ato ase e de amaye PENDREAM TV ese edamu yopo
mane fa na se ma PENDREAM TV de ose edam yopo